Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be doing my episode review for the most recent episode of Scream, the TV series, which premiered earlier tonight on MTV. As usual with my review videos, especially for shows like this one, please be warned before I keep going on and on, of course, that it will be they'll be full of massive spoilers regarding tonight's episode. If you're not caught up on Scream, the TV series, if you're behind by one episode or a couple, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be going into big spoilers, so you have been warned. And once you are caught up, come on back and give this video a listen or a watch. I think you'll like it. So you have been warned. That being said, another good episode, an interesting one. We hadn't seen one like this before. Instead of the killer actually killing somebody or something like that, he basically didn't kill anybody, but he poisoned everybody at Kiernan's surprise party. And it doesn't look well for Eli, because this whole episode was making it look like we had our two prime suspects were Eli, Kiernan's creepy cousin, or Stavo, the sheriff's creepy son. Since Stavo seemed to know a lot about the spiked tequila and the fact that it was Eli's idea in the first place to host a surprise party when he advised Emma to do it, and then Emma finds out later Kiernan really does not care for parties, especially surprise parties. What the hell was that about? Was that Eli just trying to undermine Kiernan? Was he trying to steal his girl from him? Because they did almost kiss when he pulled her towards him as they were hanging up the happy birthday banner together. Maybe that was it. Maybe Eli is just, romantically obsessed with Emma, and he's trying to get her away from his cousin. Who can tell? Now, did he spike the tequila? It's possible. Could it have been Stavo? Yeah, it seems likely, since Stavo seems to know an awful lot about the spiked tequila, what exactly it was going to do to them. And the fact that it came from Jake with a note from that, obviously that was to further aggravate Brooke, and also to let the viewers know that this is probably from the killer. And the killer probably didn't intend to kill everybody at that party, but he did want to make, if not everybody, our main characters, especially Emma, suffer a little bit from delusional paranoia, from hallucinations, to some makeout sessions between characters, and but this episode also showed us that some characters are stronger than they seem, and Emma realizes that she's not going to solve her problems by running away back to the mental health institution where she was in between season 1 and 2. No, she realized that she needs to stay right here and figure out what is going on once and for all. And now she firmly believes that a real killer is out there. What I was also surprised about in this episode was that the opening scene, Kiernan and Emma are making out on a bed, and we see the killer in the hallway, and at first it's like, oh, well, it's probably just Emma hallucinating, or the killer really was in the house for a split second only, but only wanted to be there for a brief moment to say, I'm close by, or something. But then when he starts stabbing Kiernan, I'm like, okay, this is obviously a nightmare from Emma's point of view or something. And then instead of doing the thing where it cuts to Emma asleep, and all of a sudden she wakes up it actually cut to her calmly writing it down in her dream journal. It's almost a fantasy that she's been repeatedly having. Not a sick, twisted fantasy, but this horrific vision that may come to pass. It was also extremely similar to the scene from the first Scream film, when right after making love, Sydney and her boyfriend Billy are attacked by Ghostface, and Billy is stabbed repeatedly by the killer while Sydney escapes. I won't go into specifics for those of you who haven't seen the first movie yet, because I don't want to reveal or spoil anything for you. It's a great flick, and if you haven't seen it by now, come on guys, it's a great movie, great horror. Anyway, and then I also thought to myself, we're 4 episodes into the new season, and we still don't know, the people of Lakewood still don't know that there's been another horrific murder, or 2 murders, I should say. We've had Jake has been killed, and the poor hotel clerk has been killed. Obviously, Jake's death is going to have a lot more impact on our main characters, the Lakewood 6, or the Lakewood 5, it would be now. So I was wondering, are they ever going to, are like, how many more episodes is it going to be until they figure out or realize that Jake is dead and has been for quite a while? And obviously that question was answered right as they were about to pull down the banner for the pageant announcement. And of course it was poor Brooke who was standing right underneath it, and she got covered, smeared in Jake's blood as his mutilated body fell splat right in front of her, in front of the whole high school assembly, actually. And of course, we've seen that part in the promos in the trailer where Brooke is covered in blood. She's standing on stage or something with a big light shining on her, and obviously it's a throwback to the Stephen King book and novel Carrie, either the original or the remake. The movie. Both movies I'm sure had the same scene. I've only seen the original, not the remake. But, obviously that was a huge throwback to Carrie. Maybe the writer who wrote this episode is a big Stephen King fan or just a big fan of the original Carrie movie. I don't know. I thought it worked well. I like it when this show can incorporate, if that's the right word, if it can incorporate other past cult horror films like Scream, and then other movies or other well-based horror TV shows as well, like Carrie or Psycho, because the past several episodes have all been titles of past horror films, except this one, Happy Birthday to Me. Although I could be wrong about that. That could be a horror movie. I'm going to have to check that out afterwards, look that up. But overall, another great episode filled with a lot of mystery. Things are definitely still not improving for poor Audrey. Somebody is keeping a close eye on her and wants her to really look guilty when the time comes. Whether or not she's actually guilty or if this new killer wants her to look guilty remains to be seen. But I definitely am going to be keeping an eye a lot more on both Stavo, the sheriff's son, and Eli, the creepy cousin of Kiernan. Those two, they may not be killers, but they're definitely creepers. Or it's possible one of them or both of them are the killer. Who knows? But once again, it left us with a lot of mystery and had a lot of suspense to it. Overall, very good episode. Although I was a little bummed with the whole Zoe Noah thing, because I was so certain that the final scene between them in the parking lot was going to be, oh, they're going to make out now, they're going to kiss and start a relationship. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, well, obviously you're so in love with your gay best friend. I don't want to get in the middle of that or be a part of that. And then Noah's just like taken aback, like, huh? And that's how my face kind of looked. I was kind of like, no, I was like, what? And I think it's been established that Audrey is not necessarily gay, but bisexual, but I don't think she views Noah romantically, nor does Noah do to her. But Zoe must think that. But I hope they get past that, because as a fellow nerd, I would love to see a fellow nerd like Noah, even though he is a fictional TV character, end up with a hot girl like that, because that would be a score for all nerds everywhere. I don't know. I'm getting off track. Anyway, great episode. I hope you guys liked it as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching this episode review here on the EdWord. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one, like this video, and check out my Facebook page that's just in the description down below. I think you'll like what you see. And don't forget that Scream, the TV series, premieres every Tuesday night on MTV. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of the night. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.